All right. So obviously, TikTok's blown up. It's all over the place. Everybody's doing it. There's all these trends going on.
Mhm.
I just find it funny that, people end up on TikTok as a joke and then they stick to TikTok.
No, that's exactly what happens. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make an account. I'm just gonna make one viral video," and then they're stuck.
Yeah. But I think with that point, I think it's like that challenge of going viral because it's not, okay, this might be taken out of context, but like it's not hard to go viral on TikTok compared to other platforms. Like think of YouTube, right? If you put out a YouTube video, sure, there's like some ideas you can stick to try to make that video go viral.
Yeah.
But compared to TikTok, there's like trends already there for you. Where if you just add like a small twist or you add something unique to it, you have that opportunity of going viral.
Yeah, that's the thing about TikTok is that basically everyone's playing the same ideas off of each other, and it's a lot of back and forth. Where YouTube, it's like if you're not unique, you're not gonna get far. It's definitely harder to get viral on YouTube because you can't put hashtags and you can't kind of copy somebody else. Whereas in TikTok, you can use somebody else's audio and make it your own, or you can use their idea but spin it.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was talking to you about it before we started this, where it was like I follow a YouTuber who made a TikTok account just with the sole purpose of going viral. And one of the tips that he brought up in that video was using all the music that's really trendy right now.
Mhm.
Right. And even if as long as the video can connect in the smallest way to that music, then you've done it. Because even if it's not dancing or whatever the case, if it uses that music, it's more likely to go viral by like showing up on people's For You page or whatever other things people look up. So
Yeah,
that's interesting.
it totally is. It's so weird.
But you have a TikTok destiny.
I do.
And I think from like what we talked about at the beginning, I think it started off as a joke, right? Something like that.
It did. Me and my friends, we were together one night and we were just thinking, hey, what if we made a TikTok? And everyone was like, no, 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 not, nah, we don't want to be Gen Z. And we were like, no, let's just do it. And we were like,
Let's
okay,
try it.
as long as it's a joke, like,
Right.
eh. And then we were in my living room actually, and we were making them and we were laughing and laughing. And then after that night, we kind of just stopped. Um, but then I kind of kept watching on my TikTok and watching all these funny, funny videos, and I started making my own. So, what I found out to realize for me, what works, I'm not like viral or anything, but I do get like, 100, 200 views each TikTok ish. And
Right.
I tag art, like I do art, I do singing, and I do duets. Like I do a lot of other things where a lot of other TikTokers are kind of like they have their media platform, but I'm trying to do like all of these other things. I'm not really sure, but
You're trying to like branch off and like pull people from all these other platforms in a
hmm
sense. So
yeah,
then like what's the plan? Because you said that you started off TikTok as a joke, but now obviously, I mean, you were telling me that you were working on one today. So what's the plan with TikTok?
okay. So basically, this is kind of nerdy, and it's really nerdy, but I'm into anime like a lot, and I
Right.
realize if you find like those big fandoms, that are kind of low key, and you tag
Mhm.
that, you get a really good reaction. Um, and so I've been kind of directing towards My Hero Academia because it's been super huge the past like year and a half. And what I'm gonna try doing is I'm gonna try cosplaying as My Hero Academia characters next, sometime within the next month and a half. And I'm
Uh-huh.
really excited.
So are you gonna like so when you do start cosplaying, I bring this up for a reason. When you do start cosplaying, are you gonna like say that it's you, or are you gonna make an account like under a different name? Because the reason I ask, I actually have a friend. I won't expose him, but
Uh-huh.
I have a friend who, when TikTok first started going off, like at the beginning of the year, he actually made a cosplaying account, and he told me randomly one day, and I saw some of his videos, and they had like a lot of views,
Mhm.
but nobody knew it was him. Like there was nothing that you could see that was that, oh, it's this guy. None of that. Like he didn't outright say his name, any of that. He was under a different name. So for cosplaying, are you gonna like, all right, this is me, Destiny, or are you just gonna like come up with a different persona? What do you?
Well, I've thought about that. I'm
Uh,
not sure yet because I don't know if I want my cosplaying with all of my other multimedia, um, ish, or if
right.
I do it separate, but then eventually bring them together.
Yeah.
Um, but if I do a separate account, I wouldn't tell you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, actually that makes sense. You probably wouldn't say anything. So we'll go under the assumption that you probably will, but
Yeah,
we don't know. Okay.
I'm not.
But that point you made is actually interesting because like that applies to all media. Like for example, I've been doing a lot of content and I've been doing a lot of gaming content recently, but
Mhm.
I don't put that content with everything else because what I've seen is that it doesn't really cross over yet.
Yeah,
Like I put these episodes up, for example, and like certain people listen to them, but those same people might not actually be into like gaming stuff at all. And like having a good like a mess, I guess if you will, also doesn't help your case out. So
yeah.
it's good that you're keeping both of them on like separate because they're separate platforms if you think about it.
Yeah, but once I do start cosplaying and doing that stuff, I am actually gonna have whatever account that the cosplaying is connected to, I'm going to link that to a Twitch account and kind of do live streams as the characters. So that's another plan.
That's another plan in the works.
Plan.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like an interesting one. I don't think I've seen that many cosplayers on Twitch recently, but that's never been. It's a scene that's popped up every once in a while because occasionally somebody will make it out of the scene and like they'll tweet something and it goes viral because people really like to cosplay. But I don't think I've seen anything like that in a while.
Yeah, I see very few cosplayers on Twitch, but I'm gonna be another one. I'm gonna be another one.
Out here making moves. Yeah. But then this applies to like also what you're looking into for like studying and everything, right? Because you were telling me that you're like studying music. So
Yeah,
that must be an interesting branch to like connection to make.
the music and the cosplay.
Yeah, like the fact that you're doing something that's like, content related while applying it to what you're like, going to school for. Because I think oftentimes people will study something and then do like a side hustle on the side that doesn't have anything to do together, you know?
Yeah, that's like the hard part though, about what you're studying and then putting it out as entertainment. With my music, with my art, like drawing, with acting, with cosplay, it's hard
Mhm.
because then once people know that you're studying it, people are like, "Oh, aren't you supposed to go big?" And it's kind
Mm,
of this really big expectation you have on you from your family and your loved ones that you don't even realize. Like I've had that expectation on me since I was probably 12 years old. And
right.
it's kind of nerve-wracking. So I never really ever know if I've ever wanted to separate the two. Um, because when I was 16, I actually made a YouTube and an Instagram account that were just
Mhm.
me singing. They didn't get like huge views or anything because that wasn't really big then. Um, but they did, get really good responses and learning from that and learning my TikTok is actually not under my name.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
there's
Okay.
yeah, so it actually it gets really good responses and I'm what I learned is that when I had my full name, I wasn't getting the views, that I wanted, per se. And as soon as I changed my name, as soon as it was, a thing and then an adjective or a color and a name, right?
Right. Yeah.
It like I was getting 5 followers a day.
Yeah, it's your branding, right?
Yeah.
Like a name, like as much as you want to push a name as a brand. I have this question with myself all the time because right now everything that I have is just my name. Like there isn't any like, I don't have a nickname, I don't have a brand name. It's just me.
Hmm.
And I hear that all the time. You want to
Yeah.
have a brand name or everything. But I think yeah, to some extent you do, but also at that point that you do that, it's like you're taking the next step and you're getting a little bit more serious. Where
Hmm.
I think just the act of content creation is just to have fun. to
Yeah.
explore whatever idea you have, like cosplaying, right? That's probably an idea that you just got that you were like, all right, I'll turn this into a reality and make, have some fun with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I don't expect or I'm not trying to get like big on TikTok or anything. As like as much as I
Right.
have like plans and creative ideas, it's not really for anyone else. It's for my creative expression and it's for me to feel like I'm being heard in some way, whether people are watching or not. I don't care about that. I care about expressing, and if someone is able to get inspired off of what I do, I think that's the most important part. Like, the views don't matter to me.
It's a fair point. Fair point. I think I think that's how it should be, to be honest. I think some like I personally know I've sometimes gotten too into the numbers. Like I'm not doing that good number wise. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to have fun with it. The moment that you start looking at numbers, it doesn't become fun and you go down the rabbit hole.
Exactly.
But we hit the 10-minute mark. I appreciate you hopping on here, Destiny. Yeah, that was it. So if y'all want to hear more or a part two to this of down the road, whenever Destiny puts that account out, or maybe she blows up, let us know by dropping a like or a comment or wherever this is at. And we'll see y'all for the next one. Appreciate y'all tuning in.